This week, Nantucket meets the Florida Keys at a historic homey spot in Lake Park.
They came out this fresh, warm, hot bread. It was amazing.
An authentic northern Italian oasis tucked away in Miami Beach.
It's charming, it's quaint, it's romantic, and it's Italy.
And our guest calls it the best ramen in South Florida. Is that possible?
It was just the first time it was amazing. Right, I just said, wow, this is a place I would definitely go back to.
Cultural culinary secrets and global flavors. We have a passion for blending ingredients and seasonings from around the world. Additional funding for Check Please South Florida is provided by George and Helen Weaver and the Friends of South Florida PBS.
Oh my gosh, it was so delicious.
Crunchy and soft all at the same time.
It was good. It wasn't anything special.
You can taste everything, the different flavors.
Oh my gosh, this is like nothing. I was like eating a cloud.
Hello, I'm Michelle Bernstein, and welcome to Check Please South Florida, the show where regular people from all over South Florida recommend and review their favorite restaurants. So this is how the show works. Every week, we have 3 beautiful guests. Each recommends his or her favorite spot, and then the other 2 go to check them out and see what they think. This week, Senior IT Manager Michael Michelli wants to direct your attention to a homey spot for unmatchable ramen in Palm Beach County. He's found the place to unwind, recharge, and connect to his own personal food network. The fresh Asian flavors, spicy surprises, and friendly service keep him coming back. And psychotherapist Patricia Stauber has performed a thorough analysis of her favorite Italian market. Her diagnosis? It's a dream come true. She prescribes a visit to this Miami Beach spot for homemade pasta and dishes and Nona's desserts that are sure to lift your spirits and your level of well-being. But first, business owner Pamela Egan wants to recruit you to visit her favorite dining destination where Nantucket meets the Florida Keys. This family-owned eatery offers a quaint atmosphere full of smiling faces ready to please and delicious dishes that will keep inviting you back. She says everything is homemade and prepared with love at her pick in Lake Park called Pelican Cafe.
Hi, it's Mark Frangione, chef owner-operator here at the Pelican Cafe. My wife Karen and myself established the restaurant in 2008. The little house was built in the late 30s. It was a historical home of Harry Seymour Kelsey, who was a pioneer in the early days of Florida. And we took his little home, and we're both from Greenwich, Connecticut, so we kind of gave it this Nantucket meets the Florida Keys kind of feel. We're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in an upscale fashion. We have an Epicurean-style menu. A lot of the recipes are 3-generation recipes, my grandmother, my mother to me, like the Eggplant Rollatini. We also make homemade donuts. Apple cider, cinnamon, blueberry, chocolate, and old-fashioned sour cream donuts come warm to your table after you've placed your order for your breakfast, complimentary. When they walk into the house, you have a warm feeling like you're coming into my home. I think Karen and I have accomplished that mission of making everybody feel as if they're actually in our home, and we all love being here. Pelican Cafe is where you can come in and get an outstanding breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week and have that feel of where Nantucket meets the Florida Keys.
Pamela, what makes this place stand out?
Oh my goodness. As far as the first time I went there, so homey. You walk in, the owner, Mark, is so pleasant, comes right up to you, and they just have so many items on the menu that you can choose from.
Right.
High-end Italian cuisine, all homemade, like you said, and it's just comfortable. It's very homey, beautiful decor. The Nantucket meets the Key West with the beautiful white and blues and the crisp colors. Highly recommend it.
Okay, so what did you eat this last time you went in?
The last time I went in, we had, I went with my girlfriend. We decided on the encrusted grouper. It was a house special that day. Oh my God, it was absolutely amazing.
Okay.
And over creamy mashed potatoes, julienne vegetables. I mean, absolutely amazing.
Any cocktails? Anything to drink?
We did order nice red. We got ordered a bottle of wine. It was wonderful. We shared it between the 2 of us.
Lovely.
Very nice.
I think you also had a hummus to start
we
too.
did.
Right?
We first got there. The bartender, they came out this fresh, warm, hot bread. It was amazing with homemade hummus. I mean, it was to die for.
I wonder if it's white bean hummus, because that's usually what they would serve.
It was white bean, yeah, and there was the olive oil. You can actually see the olive oil, so it was just amazing.
That sounds delicious.
It was
That's
really
a good, warm, inviting thing to get, right, when you get there?
Exactly. And it's just a very small, quaint, it fills up fast. Reservations, definitely.
Lovely. Michael?
Oh, so I decided to mix it up and I went for breakfast. My wife and I went with another couple.
I have a feeling you like to mix a lot of things.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like the atmosphere. It is. It's blues and whites. It's bright. Has a nice wooden floor. They actually have artwork on the walls that you can buy from the artists. It was really nice. So I had the Huevos Rancheros. I saw everybody having Bloody Marys, and I do like Bloody Marys. So I asked them what mix they used because I don't like all mixes, and they said they make their own. So I said, great. It just was bitter. So no, I wasn't the best Bloody Mary I ever had, but everybody had it, everybody was enjoying it, so they should definitely give it a try. It may not be mine, but it's theirs.
So how was the Huevos Rancheros? Tell me about it, because I know you're vegetarian, correct?
So I asked for no chorizo, and I asked for no cheese, so I basically took the flavor out of the dish. So I basically had corn tortillas with spinach and onions, and so it was no big deal, but that's because I made it that way. What's interesting, too, is they give everybody donuts. They have homemade donuts. And the donuts were okay. They were a little heavy for me. They were more like Pesach donuts to me.
Meaning Passover for those of you that don't know what Pesach is.
But they were still good, right? They were just heavier than I expected. One's a blueberry glazed, one's a chocolate, one's a apple, cinnamon, and there's one just like a powder. Everybody else at the table loved their meal. So
can you describe what other people had?
My wife had the vegetarian omelet. I didn't try it, but she liked it. The couple that we were with, I believe they had maybe pancakes or something like that, and it all looked really good. So the overall experience I had was great, but I shouldn't do so many substitutions.
Gotcha. Patricia?
I fell in love with this restaurant. Before I even got there, I called to make a reservation, and Carol answered the phone. And she was so friendly and so warm. I couldn't wait to meet her. She was at the door, and she's just a friendly, warm, welcoming person. The staff, the waiters couldn't be nicer. And I realized that really makes or breaks a restaurant. And they were just so welcoming and attentive. I had the eggplant rollatini, and the sauce was incredible. That too is a mark of an excellent restaurant.
All homemade.
And yes. It just melted in your mouth. It was so wonderful. I let the waiter recommend the house special that night, which was a shrimp scampi and a white wine and parsley sauce with pocket ricotta.
Was it delicious altogether? It sounds
blend,
really good.
White wine, the oil, the parsley.
You can't really go wrong with
exactly.
white wine and parsley and garlic and then ricotta.
Right. And then for dessert, we shared a 7-layer chocolate cake. This dessert was splendid.
Nice,
Just warm, delicious chocolate, and just enough for the three of us to share.
That's lovely.
It was great.
How are the prices there, Pamela?
I think they're pretty reasonable. I mean, nice sized portions, and the wine bottle, we purchased a bottle of wine, which is very reasonable.
Nice. How was the service?
I thought the service was very good. I like it when the staff knows what's in the meals.
Everything's homemade, fresh, local produce.
Right. New England yet Italian.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Well, Pamela, Pelican Cafe was your choice. Sum it up for me,
I
please.
love it. You've got to try it. Like I said, New England meets Key West. The food is phenomenal. You can't go wrong. The owners will welcome you in, as well as Carol, the maitre d', and I say give it a try.
Michael?
I would definitely go back, but not make any substitutions next time.
Nice. I like that, especially as a chef. Patricia?
I would love to go back because there were so many enticing items on the menu that I would love to go back there and try it again.
For food made with love, make your way to Pelican Cafe, located at 612 US Highway 1 in Lake Park. Open Tuesday through Sunday for breakfast and lunch, and Monday through Sunday for dinner. Reservations are accepted, and the average price for dinner without drinks is about $50. Who doesn't love a chocolate donut? Well, if you do, you're crazy, but I love chocolate donuts. I wanted to teach you a baked chocolate donut. So a couple of steps here. We're going to start out with the dry ingredients. Right here I have flour. I'll add brown sugar, cocoa powder, some espresso powder, a little bit of salt, some baking powder, and baking soda. Once this mixture is well combined, which you need to use a whisk for, go ahead and add chocolate chips to it. Now to the wet mixture. So I have 2 eggs in the bowl. I'll combine some milk, some vinegar. Now this is vanilla paste, pretty incredible if you can find it, or vanilla extract works perfectly fine. Go ahead and mix that. Go ahead and add in the oil. Then you combine the wet with the dry. So go ahead and mix all that together. This is the baking pan that you would use to make donuts. And we find that the best way to add the donuts in there is with a piping bag. So we put this batter into a piping bag, and this makes your life a lot easier. So go ahead and add donut about half to 3/4 of the way up. They bake at about 350 degrees, and look how pretty they are. You dip them in a little ganache, like so, or you can use a little spreader. I don't know, I get so excited when I see chocolate that I kind of go for the quickest way to go about it, because I'm very excited to put it in my mouth. And there you have it, baked chocolate donuts, and I'll see you soon. Indulge in homemade baked chocolate donuts with my recipe online at checkpleasefl.com. Now, psychotherapist Patricia Stauber says the cure to all that ails you can be found at her pick, where an Italian market meets a fine dining experience. The personal interaction and dishes imported straight from Italy will make your taste buds tingle. You become part of the family as you watch them shape their own gnocchi and indulge in their Italian lifestyle. It's in Miami Beach, and it's called Via Emilia 9.
Via Emilia 9 is a regional Italian restaurant. We specialize in food from Emilia-Romagna. Emilia-Romagna is a northern region above Tuscany, where all the greatest excellence that you know from Italy come from. So prosciutto, balsamic vinegar, Parmigiano cheese, Bolognese sauce. We opened Via Emilia in Miami 4.5 years ago. We are extremely authentic. The chef is doing authentic grandma's recipes. We have a lot of different kinds of pasta. Our signature dish is tortellini. Our tortellini are 100% authentic, so they're stuffed with prosciutto, mortadella, parmigiano, and pork. We only make them in 2 ways, broth and cream sauce. We also make tagliatelle, gnocchi, fazzoletti. Fazzoletti is a triangular shaped pasta stuffed with mushroom and cheese. So there's really a big variety of pasta to choose from. It's not only a restaurant, but it's also a market. So like our prosciutto you can buy by the pound, the cheese you can buy by the pound. We have our own aging room, so we take a lot of pride in our steaks and in our prosciutto because we age them. Our mission is to let everybody know the insides of this kitchen. Every single customer that comes here is more of a friend. We want you to feel as if you're in a friend's house, in a friend's kitchen. Via Emilia 9 is the temple of Italian cooking.
Tell me exactly what you see when you first walk into this place, because it's so special.
It's charming, it's quaint, it's romantic, and it's Italy. They have a Italian market on the left when you walk in. It's rustic and warmly lit. In the window you can see them making the fresh pasta. All their pasta is completely fresh and just delectable.
I can't wait to hear what Michael has to say. So what did you have when you first
So there were 4 of us at this dinner, and we shared the appetizers, the burrata with cherry tomatoes. I've had it so many times and I keep wanting to try something else, but it's definitely a go-to.
It's hard when you become a fan of burrata because it's hard to go back to mozzarella.
The light sauce that they put on it is just really, and the burrata is melt in your mouth. It really is the best burrata I've had anywhere. And I ordered the pasta special for the night, which was pasta with white wine sauce and lobster. It was absolutely delicious. The blend of seasonings. It's the kind of food that you experience. You just close your eyes and have it absolutely wonderful in your mouth.
Michael?
So we had slightly a different experience. I went for lunch. The parking is fantastic, amazing parking, but that's because I walked. So it really didn't make a difference.
Right.
We walked in and the air conditioning was broken, so it sort of started out on a bad note. Normally I would have walked out, right? You're in Florida, South Florida, and it's hot.
Yeah.
But waiter was very nice. They knew the dishes completely. We ordered the eggplant carpaccio, right? So just thinly sliced eggplant, which would be seasoned nicely. Sadly, it wasn't seasoned nicely, so I seasoned it myself. There was balsamic vinegar, and so that we sort of left. And the waiter was really nice. He said, "Oh, you know, you didn't like it?" And I'm like, "No, it was okay," because we didn't really complain about it at all.
Right.
I ordered the vegetarian flatbread, right? So most people think of flatbread being as like a long strip of bread with vegetables on it. Instead, I got like a sandwich that was cut in half on top of napkins. My wife ordered a chicken and artichoke dish, and it was goopy. It was sort of odd. It wasn't what we expected, right?
Okay.
And then the funniest thing was a gentleman came by and just dropped a bag on the table, a brown paper bag, and I'd never been there before. I had no idea what it was, and I said to my wife, "Is that a present? Is that my lunch for next Monday, or you know what is this bag?" Well, we opened it up and it was bread. It was sort of interesting. All in all, you know, the restaurant looked beautiful. It really was rustic Italian. I really liked the look of the restaurant, but from an eating standpoint, we didn't have that good of a experience. But they tried real hard. They definitely tried real hard.
Pam, you liked the little bag of bread.
I love the little bag. I was adorable. The waitress came up, she put it on the table, and it has a little heart on there. It was adorable. It was just, I got it. And she brought the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar, you know, with it as well. Walked in. They were absolutely lovely. The place is adorable. I love it. And she sat me down at the table. So I ordered the eggplant parmesan and the gnocchi pomodoro.
Okay.
And the food came out. The eggplant parmesan was very, very good. It was an adorable little container, like a little pot type thing.
Okay.
Extremely cheesy. Lots of sauce. It was very good. It's very different than authentic, I think, Italian eggplant parmesan. Everything was just so quaint and beautiful, and the wine list was amazing. So,
and you had dessert as well, correct?
I did have this. I love the dessert. Oh my Lord. Again, I'm sitting at the table, so quaint, looking outside, everyone in their little Vespas driving by. He brings over to me in this platter the gelato, like in a little glass jar, and a tiny little espresso container.
Oh, how
and
cute.
then it was adorable. Then you pour the hot espresso over it. Oh, I loved it.
It's an affogato.
Affogato, okay.
That's my husband's favorite thing in the whole world.
It was really lovely. And the staff was lovely. The chef there was like, ciao, see you later. I love the decor, the way they did displays of the wines and the Brunellos and Barolos, everything was amazing.
Well, Patricia, Via Emilia 9 was your choice. Please sum it up for us.
I invite you to give it a try for fresh homemade pasta and all Italian delicious dishes.
Michael?
I think that it probably has a lot of ability to do better.
Pamela?
I loved it. I really did.
Well, you can say arrivederci to all of your problems when you enter Via Emilia 9 or 9, located at 1120 15th Street in Miami Beach. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Reservations are accepted, and the average price for dinner without drinks is about $60. Finally, Senior IT Manager Michael Michelli says there are never issues to troubleshoot at his pick because their culinary skills are always technically on point. This Thai-Japanese fusion offers a twist of hot spices and fresh sushi, but the real star of the show is their authentic ramen. Michael says it's a tucked-away gem that you won't want to miss. It's in Boca Raton, and it's called Nori.
Nori Thai is a Thai restaurant and Japanese restaurant too. We love food. I'm learned from my mom to cook the food. I starting to create my taste, my ingredient, like my style. You can come here, you can eat noodle, you can eat rice, something real dish from Thai. Our ramen we do homemade. We cook the broth like 24 hours. put the pork leg bone, vegetable, and you cook, and then you get the soup. My sushi chef create the menu, create the roll, Miami heat roll, Nori roll. We have like spicy, we have like sour. When you come here, I want like customer open the door and come here like a home. You eating at home and have a little music and look at flower, guitar, relax, eat at home. Nori Thai is real Asian taste and real ramen.
So how'd you find it?
About a year ago, I had some friends in town, and they invited us there. And it was just the first time it was amazing, right? I just said, wow, this is a place I would definitely go back to. It's very Asian-inspired, but it has sort of a hip section. I like to sit towards the back where there's a very large table, and there's about 8 or so really cool electric guitars on the wall. And it just sort of mixes it up. That's the fusion part, right?
Right.
I think it's very cool.
So tell me what you have when you went.
This last visit, I had a spicy miso ramen soup, which comes with corn and bok choy and bean sprouts and like a partially hard-boiled egg. It's a very good broth. It's not overly salty, which sometimes is a problem. So that's a really good plus for them.
Sure.
Then I also had the garlic fried rice. So that was really good. It had nice garlic flavor. It had diced onions, peas, and carrots in it. I shared it with the other people we were with, and my wife, and we all love that as well. My wife had the sashimi dinner, which was really nice. It was in a huge bowl with ice. It was really pretty. It had nice, thick cuts of sashimi. They looked very fresh. She really liked it. It was a good portion. I also, as an appetizer, had tamago sushi. I love tamago. It's my favorite thing. It's
Do you
just.
want to tell people what that is? Because
Yeah.
some people don't know it.
Tamago is basically a child's dessert in Japan.
It truly is.
Right. It's
Sweet.
just it's a sweet egg custard, really egg omelet.
Right.
It had a nice piece of rice wrapped with a seaweed band, and I just thought that was really spot on and very good.
Lovely. Well, Patricia, you had ramen as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I had the seafood ramen. It was absolutely delicious. It was savory. It was comforting.
Do you remember the seafood that was in it?
Calamari. I remember the scallops, and I believe there was some shrimp. It was my first time trying ramen.
You had sushi as well, didn't you?
Yes. The sushi rolls were excellent. I had the Miami heat, definitely jalapenos, spicy tuna. That was really an excellent sushi roll.
Nice.
I like their sushi a lot.
Nice.
What I found exceptional at that restaurant was their dessert. I had, I think it's called ice granita.
Granita, yes.
And that was with Thai tea and one with lychee.
Oh, that sounds
Lychee.
delicious.
That was so refreshing, so delicious.
Pamela?
I'm not a Thai person or a sushi person, so I had to go in with an open mind. I went by myself. Just reading the menu was a little much.
Was it daunting?
Yes, a little daunting. So I kind of played it safe. I think in the beginning I did the edamame, and which I absolutely love. I love them. And a spring roll, which was phenomenal. I think it was a conch spring roll. Yeah.
For a first timer, a conch spring roll is a pretty big deal,
was.
right?
That was adventurous.
It was so good.
So once you warmed up,
I warmed up. I went with the New York strip steak with Thai basil sauce.
so how was the steak?
The steak was a little overdone for my take. I did say medium, and it did come out well done. But the dessert was phenomenal.
What was it?
A fried brownie with vanilla ice cream.
So you went light at the end.
I went light at the end, yeah. I had a glass of Pinot Grigio in the beginning, which I didn't really care for, so I didn't finish that. So then I switched over to the Cab, which was phenomenal. Very, very nice wine selection.
And that'll go better with your steak anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was nice.
Tell me a little bit about service,
I think
Pamela.
the service was very good.
The staff there, the waiter was just fabulous. I, totally makes a difference.
Yeah.
Totally.
Michael, tell me about prices.
I think the prices are very fair. The ramen bowls themselves are very big. The fish is very fresh, and they give you very good portions. So I think the prices are very fair.
Well, Michael, Nori was your pick. Sum it up for me.
I think it's a really nice tucked away place that you'd have to know about to get there, or a friend to let you know. The wait staff is very attentive and very friendly and very knowledgeable of the menu. It's very vegetarian friendly, which is a plus for me, and you get really good sized portions.
Patricia?
I thought the service was really remarkably, excellent. Taste of sushi was really unique and fresh, and I enjoyed trying the ramen for the first
That's great.
time.
Pamela?
I would definitely like to go back. I know bringing my daughters, they would like to try something like that. And, now knowing about the ramen and being a little bit more enlightened about it.
Well, you can venture out for some Thai-Japanese fusion at Nori, located at 217 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca Raton. Open nightly for dinner and for lunch on weekdays. Reservations are accepted, and the average price for dinner without drinks is about $45. We've had a wonderful time, and I want to thank my guests, Pamela Egan, Patricia Stauber, and Michael Michelli. For more about the restaurants and recipes featured in the show, or if you'd like to apply to be a guest reviewer, visit us at checkpleasefl.com, and remember to find us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Join us next time for 3 new guests recommending 3 of their favorite restaurants right here on Check Please South Florida. I'm Michelle Bernstein, and I will see y'all then.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. Salud. Fabulous.
Cultural culinary secrets and global flavors. We have a passion for blending ingredients and seasonings from around the world.